Hey, how's it everybody? Spark from Wavescape here with your surf report for Thursday, Friday and Saturday, the 20th to the 22nd of September. Of course, you all know why I'm doing the surf forecast, don't you? Because it's all about the storm down in the deep. 64 knot gusts of wind, probably sustained 55 to 60 knots, and it's just going like the clappers. This is now at 1 o'clock this morning, Thursday. This is where it was situated, and a swell is basically bearing down on us rapidly as we speak. If we had to look at the storm, down to 953 millibars, that was the peak this morning. And if we had to look at the distance that this peak of the swell, in other words, the 18 to 20 second swell that's going to be arriving this weekend, it's from this central nugget of wind fetch in the storm. It's super fierce. As I say, at 64 knots as a gust, and a distance that it's got to travel of 1,300 nautical miles. That's basically 48 hours of travel, because the way you calculate it, if you attend my swell courses, of course, is that if you halve the wind speed, okay, of 60 knots to 30 knots, that's the speed of the swell that's going to be traveling, and 1,300 divided by 30 knottage is basically 48 hours. And if we had to basically transpose that distance or that timeline from Thursday early to Friday early, 1 day, and then to Saturday early, 2 day. And 2 day is when it's arriving. Not today, but on Saturday. Huge waves, 21 feet at 18 seconds, smashing into Cape Town. False Bay is going to be pretty rude, eh? But of course onshore, stiff south-southeast, unfortunately. Otherwise, certain spots would be going absolutely crazy. It's going to be like 6 foot plus in False Bay. Not the greatest swell for the west coast, of course, because of all that's south in the direction. And all those normal divine type spots that are super wraparound and super sheltered and super crowded and super not secret anymore will not really be getting too much of this. Maybe a little bit of ambient swell bending in, but not too much. And then if we look at the Western Cape, the Eastern Cape, Busters on Friday and the swell's building, and then you see there is the peak on the Saturday, 24 feet at 18 seconds. Probably like 20 seconds. I mean, the function of that core wind speed in the storm has created this period, and it's absolutely gigantic along the coast, all the way from like Cape Agulhas right up the coast. In fact, KZN South Coast, you're looking at, look at that, 19 feet at 19 seconds on Saturday evening. So that's when the swell's peaking up that side, and it's absolutely giant on the points, but wind's not perfect, not very ideal, sadly. And then I just wanted to show you this other little number. This is in a week's time. Basically in 9 days' time, there's another storm that's forecast to form right near Cape Town, and then it's going to bring some rain. In fact, it's going to be the first time that there's rain in the next 10 days, according to the global forecasting system, showing 0.1 millimeters of accumulated rainfall over the next 10 days. So it does seem like it's drying up. The winter rains are starting to subside, but we're on 73% dam levels on average for the Western Cape, so that's awesome. It's really awesome. Meanwhile, of course, our major storm in the south just trundles along to the east, and then not too much swell action for the next few days. But anyway, that's about it. I reckon that if you're not running on the bottom of the ocean carrying a dick rock and holding your breath and getting ready for the bombardment this weekend, you should be doing that quite soon, or dusting off your big wave gun and paddling out. But be safe out there. Have a good weekend, and thanks very much. Cheers.